So what do you think about Ashley Madison? What?
I think it's awful. I can't even believe like they came out with a site like that. Honestly, I mean,
I heard about it for a while. I guess.
Are they even still up?
No, they're still up. They're still up.
You still? I heard about like they get hacked years ago. I don't know if you guys have heard about that, but yeah, years ago it got hacked and all these like celebrities were on it trying to mess around. So I stumbled upon it, and I was just a little curious as to why somebody would even want to go on there, especially if they're in a relationship.
I mean, I don't know, but
why in the world would you like want to be a homewrecker or even like, there's like families and stuff you could be messing with doing that. It's bad enough as it is, people cheating and stuff like that. So now they're trying to make it easier. Like there's like literally a site for you to go and be like, hey, no strings attached, just do this.
I mean, maybe that's all it is. Just no strings. You go in there, do what you got to do, and then you go home.
But they have other websites where you're actually like single and can do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know. There's like plenty of fish. They are basically just a booty call website. I mean, I got on there years ago, and that's all that I was getting hit up about.
What, booty calls?
Yeah, booty calls. So no, thank you.
How many did you do?
I didn't do any.
He says you're on there.
No, I kept getting those offers. Yeah, and I was like, it's like people hitting you up wanting like pictures and stuff, and I'm like, no, that's not what I'm on here for. This is like, how old are you?
So you were on there for a relationship?
Yeah, and I put in there for that, and everybody kept hitting me up just wanting like nudies and stuff.
Whatever you put on there, nobody cares what you put on there. It's like whatever the person that's on there, not you, but the other person, everybody's gonna get what they want out of it. If you're on there and you just want a relationship, you'll be looking for a relationship. If somebody's on there looking for a booty call, you think if you say no booty calls, then they're going, oh, well, she's not looking for a booty call. I guess I'll just move to the next one.
No, they're gonna be like,
okay, well, she's not looking for a booty call. I'm looking for a booty call. So just because she said you're not looking for a booty call, you think that the person that's responding is going to just be like, well, okay, since you said no booty calls, then I'm just going to not talk to you.
Yeah, they should just move on.
If that person's looking for a booty call, then he's going to look for a booty call, whether you're looking for a booty call or not. Saying no hookups, no booty calls isn't going to make it so that automatically all the booty calls are going to leave you alone.
Yeah, I figured, I was mean about it too, so put it all capitalized, not looking for hookups.
Then you're a target. If you do that, then you're a target.
Oh yeah, because it's fun. That's
it's
right.
It's like, oh, she's not looking for a hookup. Well, let me just see it. Let me just see if I can get a hookup. Let me convince her. I'll just tell her, okay, so she's looking for a relationship. Okay, now I missed a relationship. Okay, I'm looking for a relationship too.
That's what they do. That's what guys do.
You're a target.
Yep.
So
that's a game.
If you say no booty calls or no hookups, then you're now a target, because you wouldn't be saying that if you hadn't already had some booty calls and hookups, and now you're fed up.
I didn't have no booty calls and hookups. Well, I just had a lot of offers.
But you're a target now.
My
you are a target, and to me, it would sound like you're susceptible to having a booty call.
Really?
Yeah, you're susceptible. Okay, well, apparently that's all she's had is booty calls. So I'll just be the booty call number 10.
Well, I got off there. Yeah, I remember you joking on me because you found me on there.
I was like, oh, what's up,
I know why you were on there. I
was on there because I just got divorced.
We should have did a divorce party.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to get a nice relationship. That was not happening on that site. A lot of them sites are like that though. So there's just no even like point in getting on any of those.
It's not because like we talked about earlier, I put the graph up. The problem is that 80% of the women, actually 100% of the women, are looking for the top 20% of men. So they're looking for the cutest, the hottest, the supermodel. Oh, I want to be with that person. No matter how, they could be busted up like a sofa. A busted up sofa and they're still going to want
Ben Affleck.
our Ben Affleck. They're always going to swipe right on Ben Affleck. If Ben Affleck was up there, everybody's going to swipe right on him, even if they're like a 2.
Even if they're like a loser on the street.
Yeah, they'll still swipe right, and they're like, so what happens is the men that are like 7s and below, they get overlooked. Everybody's swiping on the 8s, 9s, and 10s, and then they're like, wow, every girl's swiping on me. Wow, I got like 100 likes. I got 100 swipes. So they're just like, all right, well, I can't date all of them, so I'll just booty call all of them. That's how you turn into a booty call. That's how you turn into a booty call.
You turn into a booty call in there.
You know what? Actually, I've never had a booty call from a dating app. They've all come from on the street.
There you have it.
No,
He's a streetwalker.
I don't try to do booty calls, to be honest with you. But okay, so the reality for me, it's not that I'm trying to do a booty call or trying to do booty calls. It's just that the reality is I'll meet somebody and then I just realize that you're not compatible. It's not a match. And then that's just it. It's not that you're trying to do a booty call.
I wouldn't even waste my time or energy or even get undressed for a booty call nowadays.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. So, you might initially like somebody and then you just look at the big picture, and then once you put the big picture
this is not
together,
gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, it's like it's not gonna go where I want it to go. For whatever reason, you might still like the person, and then a lot of times girls get upset, but it's not that you don't like them. It's just that the big picture gets in the way.
Do you have any booty calls now going on?
I don't.
But did you?
Well,
have you recently?
I mean, what time frame? It depends on what time.
A few weeks ago. Waiting on the hot spot.
I mean, I don't know. Not intentionally, no.
What about the girl that was hiding underwear in your house?
Oh, well, I haven't talked to her in a while.
Was that a booty call?
That was
or was that like
No, I actually liked her. I did at first.
Mm-hmm.
I did. Mm-hmm. And then she just did stuff. She did stuff.
So she ruined it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you ever liked her. Did you ever like her?
No.
No?
I don't like nothing about her.
I liked her. I liked talking to her. But then she just would do things that was destructive. And I couldn't get past that.
Yeah, because you're like, what can she do to me if she's like this?
Yeah.
Like, how bad can she mess my life up?
And then, so the first time we went out, we went to Olive Garden. There was something she did then, too. I can't remember what it was.
Pick her teeth or something?
No, it was something. She did something, and it naturally stood out to me.
What was it?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. But it was something she did, and then that was the first red flag, but I overlooked it.
Are you anal about stuff like that? Like, I know when I met Big B, as you call him, he didn't like it when girls did not, when we got in the car and they didn't unlock his door for him. Like, he didn't like that. He was really anal about that. Like, is it something stupid like that she did?
No, I mean that comes from some movie. How you spot a hoe if they don't unlock the door.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, if you don't unlock the door, then she's not gonna look out after you, basically, because you don't care nothing about anything but yourself.
You just put me in the car. It's got to be unlocked. That's all I would be thinking.
Well, I mean, in today's day, you have a remote, so you can't unlock one door without unlocking both.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but that came from back in the day, back in the 80s when.
What I got from that was, what do you think you were king? Your hands broke. You can't unlock it.
Well, everything's on one remote, so you can't unlock one door without unlocking the other door.
That's what I was like. But this was still something he had a pet peeve about. Apparently.
I mean, back in the old days, yeah, if you unlock the girl's door, and then she has to reach over and unlock your door, that means she's looking out after you. But if you're not even, you're just going to sit there like this, crossing your thumbs, twiddling your thumbs, and just think about yourself.
Well, that's not even true. We all know I put others first.
I mean, you do. But in that instance, nowadays it doesn't really apply because you have a remote that unlocks all the
so
doors.
he needs to update that.
Yeah, he needs to.
He almost missed out on a good thing for that. That was the most stupidest thing I ever heard. I was like, you need to pick your battles a little bit better, dude.
Speaking of picking battles, I mean, I think you pick some of the wrong battles that are small things and you turn them into big things.
What?
You know what?
Like what?
I can't think of nothing specifically, and I don't want to get into details.
I usually
call
let
you out.
a lot of things slide. I let so much slide. Yeah.
I don't think so. But we're gonna move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
So so that was the Tinder. Oh, so that recent statistic is about all the women after the top 20% of men. That came from a Tinder study in actually 2015, and then Tinder quit doing those studies because they got a lot of people that would just stop using the app once they realized that, nobody's going to pick them guys unless you're a model. If you're a model, if you're 6 foot tall or taller and you look like a model, six pack, six figures and all that, then you're probably going to get overlooked. I think they said that it's one for men. You get 1 in 115. For every 115 swipes you do, you might get 1 like or right swipe.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah. So that's the reality of an average male.
Dating is hard these days, Lord.
Yeah, pimping is tough these days. Pimping is tough. So so to the guys out there, if you're on these dating apps and you're not getting the swipes that you like, just remember, the statistics are 1 in 115. So you're going to have to go through 115 swipes before you get a swipe back. And that's just like an average dude. So
what about that speed dating thing? So they should just do that. That's better.
So speed dating.
I didn't even know that still existed.
The problem with speed dating, in my view, was it just wasn't what the selection really wasn't what I was looking for. I mean, I'd say probably 2 out of the whole crowd would even be
attractive.
Yeah.
They have to be
I don't know if it's attractive. They're just attractive. They weren't really attractive. And they probably said the same thing about me. So, I don't know. They probably said the same thing about me.
But did you like it? I mean, other than you couldn't really find anybody you were attracted to?
I mean, it was fun. It was okay. It was a good experience. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of fun. Different.
It was a good experience.
I wish I had tried that. I mean, back in the day, before I did all them.
But so the best place to meet people is out in public.
Go on, getting out there. Like, you should be getting out there. And you don't.
Yeah, just go out there and just meet people like that. I mean, to be honest with you, I have more luck doing that than going on a dating app.
Yeah, and then I'm your wingman, so I help you out there.
What would you do if you had a date lined up, and then the person showed up with another person?
Like
of the opposite sex.
Oh, the opposite.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like if you're a girl and you look on a date with a guy. Well, no, I guess it would be the opposite of his sex, same as your sex.
I would be a little weirded out by that, and it would make me a little uncomfortable. I would wonder why they did that, and probably automatically ask.
Apparently, what's going on is in big cities, like girls would go out, it's a foodie call, basically. It's a foodie call. We went over the foodie calls. Do you remember what that is?
What, like going out on a date just for the food?
Mm-hmm.
A free meal.
A free meal. So what happens is these girls get so bold that they'll go out with dudes and get free meals. And generally they're like, say it's a girl's like an 8, 9, or 10. Obviously everybody's swiping on her. So she'll just go out with a dude.
I want a good night out. Somebody take me out.
Yeah, and bring her friend, bring her best friend. And then the guy is expected to pay for both of them.
Oh.
They both eat, order the most expensive thing on the menu.
I know what
and
to
bounce.
do the next time I don't get my date night.
There you go.
There you go. Yo,
And just
that's what I'm
bounce.
gonna do. I'm gonna give me some lobster.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna get taken out somewhere.
So that's what they do. But again, so another thing we were talking about yesterday is, well, actually, what I posted was, you know how the car door thing. If the girl didn't unlock your door,
yeah.
then she's bad. She's not a keeper.
Uh-huh.
Well, mine would be if you order the most expensive thing on the menu, I probably wouldn't go out with you again.
Yeah.
Not because I couldn't afford it. I mean,
if I wouldn't spend that much on a meal, I wouldn't expect somebody else to. So I always try to stay in my comfort range, you know?
right.
So.
And I just feel like they're taking advantage.
Yeah, I think that's really rude.
Maybe that's what the panty girl did. I think she did that. She ordered like the most expensive thing on the menu.
Oh my God. That's like ordering a bottle of champagne without, asking her.
Well,
anything.
and she did that too. She did that too. She was like ordering wine.
Oh,
I mean, it was kind of in the mood. The mood was kind of there, but
I always like ask, like, it's okay if I get a drink. Yeah, that kind of
and no, it was fine to get a wine, but it's like everything was like the most expensive thing.
Oh,
it wasn't like, oh, is this good? What is this?
She's trying to find out you have money. She's trying to find out if you're a cheapskate.
It's not about being a cheapskate. It's about you taking advantage of.
Yeah, I know. Women nowadays, though, they'll go out with a man, and if they're not, spending a lot of money on the meal, they think you're a cheapskate and you don't have money. I've heard several of my girlfriends say that, and they won't go back out with a guy after that.
Well, I mean, I don't know, but
and I'm just like, well, would you spend that much money on yourself at a meal?
Yeah, if you were going out there buying it for yourself, is that what you would order?
No.
You just order. Now, granted, I mean, if it's like a once in a lifetime thing, like if you're at
like an anniversary or something like that, something
then
birthday.
That's cool.
Yeah. Even then, I still like ask. I mean, because I like to save money and stuff, and I'm just like,
I mean, I
that's
guess
too high. We shouldn't do that. And then, Brian will be like, no, go ahead. I'll treat you to a special day. And I'm like, are you sure? Because I wouldn't even spend that on a meal for you. So yeah, like I think it's rude, and yeah, you are taking advantage.
So again, that's what they do in like big cities is like, if a girl's like a super hot, and so she'll let a simp take her out. And just like, okay, well, I'm taking my best friend and we're going to spend all your money. We're going to order the most expensive thing. And it's going to be a good night. And then, good night. See you later.
I brought my brother on a date, but that was just for my safety. And I even like let them know, like, hey, I'm bringing my brother along. It's not safe out there for girls.
Right. We're back in the day when when it was strange people out there. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So he asked me if I was a gypsy. Like, what is a gypsy? He's like, well, that's when the gypsies actually bring like their sister, their mother, or brother to a date. So I got schooled on that. So.
I mean, I guess if you're like super attractive, then you could you would never have to buy a dinner ever. You could just get on Tinder or something and go out on a date.
I should try that out.
Lobster. Man, I'm hungry for lobster tonight. Yeah, let's see.
Who do I need to take me out?
See. This guy looks like
rich.
This guy standing in front of a yacht. So there, let's go right there.
Couple now I need to dip into and check them out and see what's going
on. And then get you free meal, some lobster, and some whatever.
I've done. Like. I mean, back in the day, yeah, I've been like, hey, come meet me out at this bar. We're gonna have a good time. My friends are coming out. And I told them to come on out, and they got my drinks bought for free. I'm more of that kind of a person.
A foodie call.
I don't care about. I'm a drinky call.
So guys, do not fall for the foodie call. Do not fall for the foodie call.
Yeah. You need a.
Unless you get a booty call. If you get a booty call, then you can give her a foodie call.
I'll take a drinky call.
Equal trade. She'll take a drinky call.
Yeah, a drinky call.
But you what? I got something in here for you.
Cheers. Drinky call.
Speaking of these, so I think what we should do is go around and ask people questions, and then we give them a free bottle.
Yeah, like a trivial thing too.
Yeah. Because I got thousands of these.
And he created this.
I created this.
Yeah, it keeps your drinks really cool too.
So what do you think? What do you think about my possible new adventure?
I think that's really cool. I'm excited about it.
But I'm just seeing if nothing yet. Nothing yet.
Yeah.
Gotta check my mail. But yeah, so I'm working on this other adventure. Hopefully,
we are.
We are.
I mean, involved in anything
I'll
you
let you in on it. I'll let you in on it. But it should be good.
I might be a recruiter.
Oh yeah. You could probably do that.
Yeah. Like I got invited on that Girls Gone Ballistic thing one time. I didn't do it, but they asked me to come on and be like a recruiter type thing. Get the crowd riled up and search for the girls that would do it and stuff. I was like, all right, I can do that. That sounds like me.
So yeah, if you guys want to join us in the chat, the way that you get on is that right there at the bottom, dude-stuff.com/live.
Don't be shy.
If you log in that with your phone, you can come in and chat with us and answer some questions. So how has dating changed from the past?
I think it's harder because guys are just wanting booty calls so much. So
is it guys or is it girls?
I think guys. I don't think necessarily girls are. I think girls are looking at it as they want a free meal or they want to be taken out without having to spend the money. You know, they don't ever have to worry. Usually girls don't ever have to worry. If they want to go out, they can look through their phones and find somebody willing to take them out because the guys are usually going to fall for it because they are expecting booty at the end.
Right.
Like that's their payment.
Right.
And that was actually like back in the old days, you know, women, if they were hungry, that's what they would do. You know, they needed a meal. They would go out on a date to get a free meal, not necessarily because they were interested in you. So well, I think it's harder now to find something serious out there.
It is harder. And again, it goes back to the same thing. The problem is the women are, and I'm not blaming the women for this whole thing. Obviously, they want a high quality man. They want the best man. And then when you're on a dating app, then you just only pick the top 20%. And then the rest, you're invisible to the rest of the people. And consequently, those guys get big egos, the top 20. And then they just run the booty call on you.
If I see like a really good looking guy on there, I'm already thinking he's probably all about himself, in love with himself, and has 1,000 different girls after him. So why would he even like want anything serious?
And that's what it is. I mean, that's really what it is. There you go. That's how you build up a booty call. That's how you become a booty call. Is quit swiping on the top 20% of men.
Yeah, look for something, you know, in his profile that stands out, that matches, you know, something.
Right. Just find somebody that you think will be more compatible with you.
Yeah.
Not unless it's not necessarily attraction. Okay, so in my view, I can become attracted to people.
Yeah, I can too. Yeah. By the personality.
I mean, obviously, you could look at somebody and be attracted to them. I mean, I know this one girl in particular that I remember the first day I saw her, I couldn't even speak to this girl. And it was just ridiculous.
She like
you don't know this
ugly or something?
No, she's gorgeous.
Oh.
She's gorgeous and she talks so it's just like wow. I mean, I remember the first time I talked to her and it was just like I just was like a child. I just couldn't speak. And she was just that overwhelming.
Is that the one you sent a bunch of letters to?
No. No. I'll tell you about it later, but
I gotta hear this.
It was I mean, I haven't been like that in a long time. So what the point of that is that I have been attracted to somebody and like it's all physical or their aura or whatever. But at the end of the day, you got to look at somebody in the things that they like to do, the things that you're compatible with about them, and say, do you think that your lives would be compatible? And then match yourself that way. And then, you know, you might not get the booty calls. Might not be a booty call because you'll connect on a level that there's something substantial there that you're connecting on that level. And also,
don't look at all the material things either. Like, oh, he's got a good car, or, you know, that's not a lot of girls. How he dresses. This is so stupid.
I mean, it is. I mean, granted, everybody's gonna be attracted to what they're attracted to, but at the end of the day, you gotta think: are you gonna be Are you gonna be compatible? You know, beyond the attraction, is it gonna be compatible? I mean, think about it like this: arranged marriages. You know, that's when your father and your mother put you together. Those have a higher success rate than anywhere else is that when they're put together, you know, I can't remember the exact statistics, so I won't quote it, but I think it's like 80%. They stay together when, you know,
Yeah,
when
dare them bring shame to their family,
Yeah,
and they
right,
get
right, and then, you know,
but they end up making it work and finding something
because you
common ground.
You find common ground and you work things out, and that, to me, that's what a relationship's about.
It's
about, can you guys work things out? Can you guys
compromise, work things out? Don't just be one-sided.
Yeah.
Like it's all about me, my way. Screw how you feel.
I mean, I think that's a very important trait. You know, if you guys can work things out, and to me, here's how
you're living with that person. You might live with them forever. You guys are going to have to find some common ground, or you're going to have to compromise some. You're not always going to like this or like that. So compromising is very important.
For me, it's like this. I have most of the things I don't care about. If you want to do X, Y, and Z, I'll do X, Y, and Z. But then, so I'm pretty agreeable and flexible in most situations. But now this is the other thing. But if there's something that I am really strongly about, if I feel super strong about something, then I will say, look, it can only be this way, and that's the only way it's going to be. I'll let you know, and I probably won't yield. But in all other aspects, yeah, do whatever you want, because I don't really feel that strong about most things.
I have to agree with that. Like, I'm pretty chill with everything too. I don't like anything in interfering with, you know, family. That's the only thing I have a problem with. If it interferes and it's interfering with your job or your family, then that's a problem for me. If it's not going to bring anything positive.
And so back to the whole arranged marriage thing. So in arranged marriages, they last because the expectation is that you're going to make things work out. The expectation is that's your family. Now this is your family. You're going to do everything to preserve that family. And it's not just you. It's not just your kids. It's not just her. It's her family and your family. So it's all a family, and you work to preserve it, and people hold that in high regard. So, you know, it matters.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, it's all about looks first, and it doesn't even matter if you have anything in common. It's just all lust, people lusting after each other,
and then they wonder why it fizzles out.
Right. And that's, you know, that's my view. So that's how I look at it. I think I think anybody, I mean, I get along with everybody anyway, but if I found somebody that was super compatible with me, then even if they weren't attractive, then I could grow to be attracted to them because of those commonalities and the fact that we get along and all these things.
You fall in love with the inner person, and that can make them look good to you.
You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's how I feel about the whole thing.
No, I'm like that too. I'm more skin deep than anything.
Here's a question. I think this was your question. Would a lack of attention make you fall out of love?
I think that can happen to anyone. Because like I said, I think once you're doing your thing and then that person's doing their thing, you don't have that bond, that grounding anymore to hold your connection close. So you're in another world doing your own thing. She's in another world doing her own thing. That bond is getting, you know, further and further apart, and things can start coming into your bubbles, and that's when trouble can start to happen. So I think, you know, you definitely need to make time for your spouse. You definitely need to have a grounding and keep that bond there, because once that bond is lost, once that time gets further and further apart, then that's when all kinds of other things can, you know, harm your relationship and intervene in it. So yeah, I definitely think a lack of it unfortunately, that can happen.
So how long did that take?
I think, you know, I would say like months, you know, months and months. And if nothing's changing, it's just continuing to dwindle down that time you used to have, you start to feel like unappreciated and, you know, taken advantage of, not a priority anymore. So, and it only does. It only gets worse. So, like if it's going to be like, okay, temporary, like you're working on this big project at work, I understand that. But then when there's all these unnecessary things that you're starting to do, I start to think maybe you're losing interest in me and you're trying to find things that distract you from me and your family. That's what I start to wonder about. And so then you're like, well, I might as well find something to do and start doing stuff, and then it becomes where you guys don't do anything together anymore. And you can fall out of love like that. You start to look for people who have your common interests and do the same things as you do and to fill that void. I don't think it's necessarily like sex or anything like that. Like, I think that is wrong when you feel like, oh, I'm not getting enough sex, so let me go cheat. I mean, they can have other things to help you with that. That becomes a problem.
So what about validation? How much validation do you need? I was recently talking to a person, and she said that I'm not validating anything she said. And she told me to think about it. And I did. I thought about it. And I'm like, so my question is, and she said that I'm not validating anything she's saying. So my question is, how much does validation mean to you, or how much of that do you need, and what exactly does that entail?
I don't need a whole lot of that because
I guess she was saying that I'm not accepting her feelings. I'm not.
Oh, like yeah, I guess getting your voice.
I'm not
heard.
acknowledging her feelings that she feels that way.
Yeah,
I think she wanted me to basically understand how she's feeling, the way that she's feeling after she expresses it, and she doesn't think that I'm listening to or validating her feelings.
Yeah, I think that's really important to feel like you're heard and understood by somebody. Everybody wants to find that connection with someone where they feel heard and understood. Everybody wants to find somebody that they feel understands them and has that connection with them. So when you're just like brushing off their feelings and not really, just brushing them off, not really caring. Yeah, I think validation is really important. It's like you lose your voice if somebody doesn't validate your feelings. So you might as well not even come to them about how you're feeling. They don't care, obviously. I think it's not like the key, you need to always, I can hear your feelings. That doesn't mean like I understand them or they make sense to me all the time. It doesn't mean I don't care though. Of course I care. So my thing is, let's get to the important part. How do I make you feel better, or how do I, make you happier? That kind of thing.
So in this particular instance, to be honest with you, I understood what she was saying. I just didn't think that it applied to what I was saying, because basically I was just saying something that it wasn't my view. It wasn't my view. It was just a topic of conversation.
Like how it is.
No, so I think it was something I posted in the forum. That wasn't my feelings. It was a topic for conversation that we as a group, we as Do Stuff can talk about, because it was somebody's topic or whatever, and she got upset
and thought that was how you thought and felt.
Right, and the reason it wasn't that I didn't validate her opinion, that basically saying that I was out of my mind. What am I thinking? Blah, blah, blah. And she wanted me to validate that she felt X, Y, and Z. And I understood she felt X, Y, and Z, but it wasn't my thoughts. It was just a conversation.
Yeah.
It was just a topic,
like a situation.
A situation that I wasn't even a part of.
Yeah.
It was just,
A lot of people think that stuff about me too. And I'm like, I'm just finding topics to talk about. And then people think it's like I'm talking about myself, or I'm talking about my life, or I'm like, it's just stuff that goes on in general in in people's lives. So,
or I'll read something off of another forum, and I'm like, okay, let me post this and see what everybody thinks about this, and then they personalize it. In this particular case,
and they start hating.
Well, she was upset because she personalized it and thought I was maybe attacking her
I know.
in some way.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my feelings at all. It was just an open conversation about a subject.
I saw you put that little disclaimer on there.
That's why I did that. That's why I
thought everybody knew on there, but people, they will think like it's about them or it's about you, and it's not. It's just in general, we're bringing up topics to talk about, because if we didn't, there wouldn't be a show.
Exactly.
These are like experiences that we all at some point in life have experienced, or somebody else we know is, and we're just talking about it on the show.
And actually, a lot of times when I see the whole forum getting stale and slow, it's because everybody is saying they're agreeing to whatever they're saying. So if everybody's just agreeing, oh yeah,
and be honest,
yeah, I feel like I can't say something because, or I just might want to take a different side, not because I believe that, but it's because I want to hear voices from the opposing view so that we can have a dialogue. And then everybody takes it personal, and then they think that I'm like a dick or whatever, and I'm not. I'm really not.
He does that with me. He plays the devil advocate all the time with me.
All the time. If anybody has a reason to be mad, it's her, because I mean she'll say something and I'll just deliberately take the other side
just to see what I'll say or do.
Just to see what she'll do.
To say I know him so well, it doesn't work.
Yeah. But I guess,
in a way, sometimes I like to hear that. I like to see somebody else's point of view.
I think so.
And it could open up your point of view, your mind a little bit more to see things.
That's why I do that, because actually I think she gets stuck in her own bubble and she can't see another perspective. So I'll just take another side, whether I agree with it or not, just so that she can see another side.
It makes me understand things better. And I'll get stuck on the fact I don't understand it. So then he'll come from a different perspective and explain a different way, and then I'll be like, oh, and so then I accept it, or I'm not upset so much about it.
And to be honest with you, sometimes I ride it to the edge and expect her to get angry, and she doesn't get angry. I mean, I think sometimes maybe she does inside.
I get irritated,
but she never I never can manage to. Maybe I don't let it go that far, but she never gets over the top.
I think all too many times we have friends that disagree with us, all just because they're so scared to get us upset. And I think we're at our relationship is mature and civil, and we come to each other about different things, and you'll tell me the honest opinion or different perspective on it, and I'll do the same to you. And that's what I think. That's a friend. That's a true friend. Not always being so biased and agreeing with you just because you're my friend.
And to be honest with you, we just had a conversation about this today, and I just had to take the other side. I had to take the other side.
I said, you just taking the side of a man because you're a man. But
it wasn't. I was like, you could be ruthless sometimes, and you just will not stop. You go on and on and on and on and on and on.
I guess I go on and on, but I have a point. But I just vent, and then you take it like I'm just going on and on. But because I don't say everything I say to you to that person.
So I got to shut her down.
There's always a PowerPoint. But to you, I just let it all out.
It's a powder keg. It's not a PowerPoint. It's a powder keg.
There's a PowerPoint to everything.
You know what a powder keg is?
No, I don't want to know.
It's like an explosive. It's a powder keg.
Because I can let it all out.
So that's the name of this. That's the name of the show. Is powder keg. And I'm gonna put a little graphic there where we do a little powder keg, and you'll see what the powder keg is.
My hair will be all messed up.
Yeah, right. That's what you should do.
Oh gosh. Nah. I just let it all come out with you. But I always have 3 points in it. But somehow I lack saying that to you. Just let it all come out. Then you're like, that's just too much. And I'm like, well, no, I have this point and that. I just didn't say it. I can make it shorter, but with you, I don't, because you're part of my venting.
She can't make it short. She just goes on and on. She's like the Energizer Bunny. She just does not shut up. She does not shut up. Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Just give me some food then, and I'll shut up.
I gave you tacos.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't eat the tacos?
No.
I got tacos in there.
Angela.
Oh,
yeah.
Angela, she would like those tacos.
No, Yeah, you want to upset stomach? Go ahead.
I just make it with things that she can eat. She can eat chicken. Put some chicken in there and some lettuce, and she'll eat that. Maybe, I don't know. Girls and guys, if somebody treats you to dinner, don't order the most expensive thing on the
Be
menu.
polite. If you wouldn't buy it for yourself, don't expect the other person to do that.
I mean, you could eat something that you want, but it does. I think it's just rude to just order the most expensive thing on the menu.
That's a good way not to get another date with that person, and you might be missing out on a really great person.
To be honest with you, if a girl ordered the most expensive thing on the menu, and I could afford you for real, but if you did that, I probably would not date you again.
No,
I wouldn't.
It just to me shows that you're more into like money and material things.
You're into something other than me.
Yeah, you're not interested in me. You're interested in seeing how much money I'll spend on you.
Or food. You just like.
No, I think women do that. Like, this is how it's supposed to be. If he spends all this money on me on dinner, then he's who I should be looking for. Who I should be dating.
That would be the biggest turn off to me.
I agree. I mean,
I'll spend money.
It doesn't make you look very good either. So that's not. It's how you're treated. People like focus on these trivial, silly things instead of like a person's actions, and those speak loud. No matter what words they are saying, no matter how much money they're spending, if their actions don't match up to any of that, scratch it all out. Pay attention to their actions, not their money, not how much they spend, not how many love bombs they throw at you, because anybody can do that.
No, she's a sucker for love bomb. You love bomb her?
I didn't know about that.
You'll have her eaten out of your hand.
But love bombing is really calculated. It is strategic. It's detailed. It's florid. It's really a lot.
I know about that now. I didn't know that about that. And then I realized that's why I was running into a bunch of jerks, because he's saying such sweet things. Now I'm like, you love bombing, something wrong with you. I'm running. You're putting me, if somebody's putting you on a pedestal, like you're like God's gift,
just remember,
you can't even live up to that yourself.
Just remember, the bigger the pedestal they put you on, the bigger the pedestal you fall off
of. And I'm like, that's when somebody puts you on such a high pedestal and you can't even live up to that expectation. That's not even fair to you, They're saying all these wonderful things about you that aren't even true. Be careful with that love bomb.
And that will change.
It will change.
Somebody else bombs you, then they can't maintain that.
Yeah.
They cannot maintain that. That's the problem.
Yeah. Now that I know a lot about that, I'm definitely going to watch out more for that and also tell my daughter too.
So now we have the URL of Do Stuff Live on all of our platforms.
We even have a TikTok.
We have a TikTok too. I don't know. Is that Do Stuff Live too? It's probably Do Stuff Live too. So I think if you search hashtag Do Stuff Live on all the platforms, you should be able to find it. Mm-hmm. If you want to subscribe, like and subscribe. Remember, go to YouTube and like and subscribe because we need to get our subscribers up. So if you guys have some topics you want us to talk about, just post them to the forum at facebook.com/groups/Do Stuff Live. So this episode is season 2, episode 13, and we will call it Powder Keg. I think
love bombing.
Or maybe that. One of the other. I have to figure out.